Hello, welcome to Lesson 10 of Mastering Java. Here what we're going to do is begin to talk about a different kind of loop, and that's called the while loop. It's very common in Java. If you have any experience programming in other languages such as C, then you will recognize the while loop and realize that it's basically the same thing. I do want to tell you that the use of these different kinds of loops that we're going to learn here in this lesson and in the next few lessons, a lot of the time you can use them interchangeably. So up until now we have learned how to use a for loop. So for instance, if you have an integer I that you have there, we've learned how to use a for loop, and we've said it goes something like this. I is equal to 0, I is less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. And so that's how we've created or constructed the for loop. And so you see everything necessary in the for loop is given in order for this loop to execute 10 times. We have the initialization, we'll set it equal to 1. We have the initialization of the variable to the initial value. Then we have the final value, or the termination condition. We're running this loop all the time as long as I is less than or equal to 10. And the increment is also in there, so we're incrementing the guy 10 times. And so we know that when we come into this for loop, because we set up the initial condition and we set up the final condition and we set up the increment right inside of the body of the for loop, we know that this loop is going to execute 10 times. The only reason it wouldn't is if I was, pushed past 10 prematurely, or if we had a break statement or something inside of there to push us out of that loop. Now let me leave this up here, and I will contrast that with what we call a while loop. Actually, what I'll do is I'll comment this out, and I'll just push it down and just leave it at the bottom of the screen, just to remind you, because you have a good amount of experience with the for loop. So we'll leave it there so you can look at it. Now we're going to talk about what happens in a while loop. So